Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Thanks if you're tuning in again. Thank you all for the first time. I'm going to do a bit more micro scrapping in this video because the copper in the previous video took up all the time. Not much to show, just a little bit of aluminium in this small box. I don't get much aluminium, small aluminium. No, yeah, in fact, if I can just raise that box, there's not much in there, hardly weighs anything. I'll tell you what. Oh, it's just bits and bobs that I might have found, say, on a, I don't know, a motherboard or something like that. I'm not sure at all how long this has been building up. But it all builds up in the end. So 67 grams, might not sound much, but keep plugging away, keep putting it away. Have a bit in there. Stainless steel. I don't get much stainless steel, small stainless steel. Oh, I got a nice lock there. Can you see with the bolt? That was all stainless steel. Yeah, I get the usual screws. Sometimes I get bits off when I'm really bored with my boredom box, my micro scrapping box. I take out the antenna bits from the coaxial cable. They're sometimes stainless steel, sometimes steel. Got some sort of U thing with, yeah, whatever. Nothing fantastic, but it all builds up. But of course, the bigger stuff is all stored elsewhere. So I'll put that on 0. We may as well weigh it while we're here. Oh, right. We've got about 180 grams. That's all right. And that's from just screws and bits and bobs and, yeah, for micro scrapping. The main thing that I wanted to do in this video was brass. Now, a few videos ago, I asked for some help on the power shower pump that I've got and how to get into it. I will take it apart, and I'm hoping it's going to be in the next week because they've given the weather not too bad until about next Tuesday. But we all know about the great British weather, but hopefully I'm going to rip into it and see what's in there. I was lucky enough to come across some sort of lock, which is quite heavy. That came off the power shower unit from the pipes. And also, another interesting thing that I got, these were the tubes that were attached to the power shower pump. And I think I disked it either side, obviously both ends. Some of them had copper in one end, some had brass, some just had brass. So I took those out and there was, yeah, quite a few bits in there. I won't get them all out, but they're all, obviously they're in half now. I'll put them on here. I hope that you can see that. And once I disked through, they just popped out, just like the copper did. And there was quite a lot of those. And the other thing that I get a lot of copper off the I'll call them contacts on the cable. I've got an awful lot there, but if I put them on my arm, because I'm not sure whether, if I go close, will that focus? Can you see that? And it's just those contacts where the wire goes in and that plugs into something. So I just take the time to do that. And if I put all that back in there, it's like on the end of there, that's a bit of brass, copper, something like that. That's just a little bit of wire that I just haven't got round to doing, basically. So there's copper and everything in there. Yeah, these are for somebody like me. I'm a hobby amateur scrapper. So this, to me, compared to a professional scrapper or somebody who does it on a large scale or for a living, you might not have the time for this sort of thing, and you've got other ways of just putting it here, putting it there. You know how to make a living because you're in such a rush to take everything apart, and you've got to make money. You've got to pay the bills and everything. But for me, it's just nice to potter and just have a look at things, see how things are put together, and then cut a bit of this off, cut a bit of that off. Sometimes I'll leave it for quite a while to build up, sometimes too long. But again, it all depends what mood you're in. But I've been in the mood to micro scrap. Obviously, the bigger stuff, like in my previous video, the main copper is elsewhere. The main aluminium, the main stainless steel parts, the bigger parts, all the bigger stuff is elsewhere, and that's why this is micro scrapping. This is just the odds and sods that you might have thrown out, sort of thing. So this is just an extra, a nice little extra. So we'll weigh the brass and we'll see what we come up with. There's not much in there. Ooh, I say not much in there. That's quite a nice surprise. We've got 726 grams of brass. I don't know whether I said copper, but that is brass. 726 grams. Well, I know that I've got some brass in there to take out, and I've got a couple of odds and sods that I've got to add to it. So basically, within 2 weeks, I just got a kilogram from micro scrapping bits and bobs of brass. Okay, brass isn't worth a fortune, £2 a kilogram. Either it goes 190, 210. Basically always work on £2. So yeah, I can't complain at that. Just for a little bit of micro scrapping, which I enjoy. I find relaxing. I find it interesting. And I've never weighed the results before. I've just thrown them in with everything else. So yeah, it's surprising what you can get out when you just put a bit of time in. But like I said, I'm a hobby amateur scrapper. You bigger scrappers out there might not have the time, or you know how to get the most money for your time. But if you're like me, yeah, just doing it as a hobby. I've got lots of hobbies. This is one of them. But yeah, enjoyed that, and I was quite pleasantly surprised. What I'm going to do, I've done the copper in the previous video, I've done the brass, bit of alley and stainless steel, but I got one more thing that I micro scrap that I'll show you. I'll do that in the next video. Excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. And yeah, those will be sort of show you what metals I'm after, to sort of store and keep by. I'll see you on the next one, and then you can see what else I've micro-scrapped as well, okay? But yeah, I'm happy with that. I enjoyed that. Right, okay. See you in the next one. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Bye now.